everybody. I'm back. I would I would like to apologize for my absence to the channel. I feel like every time I leave, I have some excuse saying life happens. But honestly, that's the best that's the best excuse I could say. Life does happen, and I don't live here. I don't live on the internet, even though I feel like I do. But enough of that. I'm back with a new video. Excited to talk about the new update that's coming out in January. So, with that being said, I dedicated all of December to be consistent until the update's out so that way we can be, experiencing this all at the same time. But I really would like to finish this island before this update comes out. So, why not talk about it while I start decorating some villager homes? Um, One of our villagers we're going to decorate, oh, you can see her, is Peggy. Yes, we're going to be decorating Peggy's home today while, we talk about the update. I took a little bit of notes. I just had to rewatch the update on YouTube to just refamiliarize what I wanted to talk about specifically. And yeah, so let's just get into that. All right, so I just want to make a disclaimer. I didn't had a Nintendo Switch when it first came out. So when I found out about the update, I literally asked my parents if I could get a Switch. I was gonna go half on them, but they went ahead and just bought it for me. So I now have that. So I now have a Nintendo Switch, but I'm only going to use it for the update. I'm not going to start a new island, even though it's very tempting to start a new island on that one. But I want to just go ahead and finish the island that I have right now, and start a new one with you guys. So, but yeah, that's what what I wanted to bring up. For I mean, I could add my take on what I think about the Nintendo Switch too. Now that I have it, for the most part, yeah, it's bigger. The handles, I don't know if anybody else is having an issue with it, but the handles to me feels like one of them feels loose on the other side. I think I've seen somebody else say that they had a similar issue with that. But other than that, it's it's nice. The quality graphics nice. But other than that, that's just my take on the unboxing since I didn't make a video on that separately. But if we're gonna go talk about the actual like features for the update, one of them I'm actually excited for is the megaphone. As much as I've been playing this game, I find it very frustrating when you want to give all your villagers gifts, or you just want to get that requirement of like talking to all your villagers for the day, like the stamp, or the achievements to unlock for just whatever reason. And you just can't because you can't find them. Sometimes that one villager is either in the store or in the museum, or it's just somewhere in your island that if it's not in the best shape, you could probably lose them and all the clutter that's on there. But even still, it's like you can't find them. So I'm really glad that I can just call them up and then they can just show up just like that. I think that saves a lot of time for us, and I'm really looking forward for that feature. So this is Peggy's photography studio, or at least that's what I'm going for. I'm going to make it into a photography studio because she's into fashion. I was like, what did it has to do with photography? No, she's into fashion, so I figured something closest to like that photography vibe would be a photo studio, because you can take pictures of your models, when they pose, and the outfits and stuff like that. Something cute. Um, they said that you can play up to 8 villagers or 8 players on an island, and for the most part, for the people who are like me, go to Treasure Island sometimes, or maybe have other friends. If you have more than 8 people that to play friends with, but yeah, if you have like if you go to Treasure Islands, um, or anything of that, I would think that having up to 12 players on an island would be very hard for anybody to want to visit those islands because, you know, 7 is the minimum that could like go to island. But imagine waiting for 12 people to load, like leave and come in, and that's just going to be so much. And I don't think I can like go to treasure islands anymore if there's going to be a 12 player minimum. I hope that people who run treasure islands keeps it at just 7 player as always, because even if nobody if even if nobody has the Nintendo Switch, which allows them to have that feature, I will just hope that, because it's just going to make the lag crazy, even if you know even if the quality gets better, you shouldn't have a problem with that. At least the people who are running the island shouldn't have a problem with that. But that's just something I noticed off the bat. I was like, oh, that's gonna be an hassle trying to go to Treasure Islands. But good thing I just go to Discord, and I just go to like, I make sure that I have private like island pickups. You know, if anybody didn't know about that, that's, you know, something you should look into. There's treasure islands on Discord where you can just make your own personal order, and then you can just go and get the dodo code, and then you can pick them up, and it will just be just you. It wouldn't be, you know, several other players coming in and going if you want to do that way, or if, you know, it's something you didn't know. Now you know. I recommend looking into that. But yeah, okay, now back to the conversation. My next thing. The resort. So I would say, I don't know how many times people have played through Happy Home. But if not, I'm hoping all those times that you actually took the time to decorate have prepared you for the resort. Yes, so the resort is going to be like a Happy Home 2.0, or if that's already a thing. But yeah, Happy Home is okay. It's alright. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but for some reason, getting a resort and doing like the same premise all over again seems really fun, just because it's, I guess, new location, and it's, you know, it's going to be with Captain and his family. I'm not familiar with all of the Animal Crossing like characters like that. This is my first game of the franchise that I played, so I'm not familiar with like City Folks or you know, the other games that there's out. So I don't really know much about Captain and his family or anything like that, but I do think his family is cute. I like that it's like his whole family though. This, you know, like this seems very fitting. But getting sidetracked, sorry. But yeah, I think that the resort would be really cool. Hopefully it would. I would think that once you finish, I don't know if it's gonna have like levels unlock or any special accomplishment once you're finished decorating. But I would like if there was like anything like, I mean, he's already on your island, so I'm like, what else could you do to improve? You know, I mean, other than the hotel tickets, where you can get like gifts from the gift shop, that's new items. So I mean, maybe you can find an item that might be your new favorite item, your go-to item from the gift shop. So that could be um an idea. Anyways, but yeah, that was my take on that. Another take that I'm looking really forward to is the storage. Yes, the storage. I really appreciate not so much of like adding more, like they're upping it to like 9,000 storage items, but I appreciate it even more that they're adding like trees, shrubs, and flowers, because even if it's just temporary, like temporary, to just put it in your storage, it's so convenient to just like, if you want to clear out your island, if you want to flatten it, instead of just cutting down all your trees and then growing new ones, you can just put it in your storage. And I imagine that's the same for like if you want to stunt your trees, like having saplings, like saplings full blown, like saplings full grown, and like if you want to have them stunted at a what special stage, it's just easy to just put it in your storage unit and then get to it when you want to get to it. So that part I'm really looking forward to. Like I think Nintendo really, I feel like, really listens to like their players when it asks for like certain like things that would be like easy, like make playing the game easy and stuff. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Rossetti. I think his service seems more legit than Leaf's service when it talks about paying him a certain amount of money or a certain amount of bells to, you know, get rid of the weeds, but you have to have a certain amount of weeds on your like island for him to even like do it. But Rossetti, he seems very useful because you can just use him to clean any spot and he'll get rid of like any clutter, any weeds, any trash. So he seems like, you know he's doing his thing, he's resetting it. And then that also comes in handy for people who wants to like remodel their island and they don't have to worry about doing it like the old fashioned way, which is just go out and get, you know like you just pick it up by your hands, by yourself. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to. Even though when it comes down to me, I'll just probably just restart the whole island. I probably wouldn't clean it, but yeah, to each their own, right? But and then the last thing I wanted to talk about was what's her name? Luna. Yeah. Luna. I wanted to talk about Luna's island. Her like island world thing. I think Luna world, it's kind of like setting up like you can have your slumber world, which could also be posed as like another island if you wanted to look at it that way. um there's a couple things I have questions about. That is one of them being, even though it is like you can customize that island however you want it to, it's just something about like, you can make your actual island a dream address for other people to visit. Yes. And if you have more than one islands to visit, because you can have up to 3 per player, but you can have up to 3. I don't know if that's like you can have 3 islands yourself on top of the island that you're actually, dreaming on. I just feel like that's kind of a little bit confusing, because kind of confusing and might be slightly overwhelming, because anybody who's working on their current island could go there and then just give up the actual island that they're working on and start another island. But that's also helpful for people who has like, a little bit of impulse, like me a little bit, where you get overwhelmed, maybe burnt out, and you just kind of want to restart your island to feel something again. But you could just go to Luna's dream world, slumber party world, and you can just start a new island just to get like those feelings out the way. Or maybe like it could be that island that you're working on and recreate it in a dream world. I mean, you can have other people visit and stuff, which is still fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's just like, it just, to me, it just seems like a lot. Like, for someone who gets overwhelmed by a lot of like options and stuff, that just seems like it's a lot to me. Now, I don't really use Luna's dream world function that often. I mean, I don't really visit a lot of people's I don't really visit a lot of people's islands, but at the same time I don't really just use the feature. I was going to use her feature mostly when I was done with the actual island to like come back to or have other people visit. But ooh, excuse me. But if you have more than one island, I don't know. I feel like obviously once we get the island, we can play through it and see how that would like how that would like how would that like function is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, how would that function? But other than that, I mean, that's it. That's all the things I wanted to talk about and I'm looking forward to. Other than that, but yeah, I'm going to try to be diligent and upload a video, on the same time and on Saturdays, and just try to do something different every now and then. I know that I really do. I still want to finish this island, and start a new island with everyone. I'm like really antsy to do that. And then the next, when I do start a new island, that would be a 30-day challenge just to get me on like up moving, so I won't have to go through this like have the same island for years now, because I feel like I would have this channel for 3 years now, so which is crazy to believe, because I've been on YouTube for a minute, but with having an actual, I won't say consistent channel, but somewhat of a channel, and posting on there, this would be my like probably three going on 3 years now. But yeah, so yeah, I'm very interested and in talking about a little bit of what I have planned for the channel overall. And I can tell you a little bit about what I do want to do that's not I mean, content would roughly still be the same, but sorry. Content will still roughly be the same. I do want to add a little bit more um like other Animal Crossing esque things that's not necessarily gameplay, like I did with the drawing new villagers. I would do that again sometime um this month. I would definitely do that, drawing Animal Crossing villagers using D&D dice again. And I would also like to, I don't know, like make I'll come up with some other ideas that I could do that's not necessarily gameplay, but I just want to do other things to just keep it, keep it spiced up. Eventually, I would like to have like another channel in itself where I could just do other things that's not necessarily Animal Crossing. I mean, I guess this channel would technically just all be Animal Crossing, but I would like to have another channel that is not just focusing on Animal Crossing, if that makes sense. So yeah. So yeah, for my channel, I would like to do new things on the channel. And as also, I would like to update my channel profile, my banner. I was thinking about getting into being a VTuber, if that's something that I was looking into, because I I would dabble into like a face reveal, but I would like to do all of that once I have settled into like my own apartment or something like that, because right now I still live with my dad, and I just can't risk to just, you know, I can't risk anything, So so eventually I'll start doing more fun things like that when I'm a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, that was kind of it today. I feel like, I mean, honestly, these videos might be still short because I still want to enjoy just posting and not feel like overwhelmed and burnt out. Sorry, let me clear my throat. Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to feel overwhelmed and burnt out by trying to be the best. I feel like in the beginning of my videos and stuff, I was posting about like not wanting to be burnt out and not wanting to do anything that I, not necessarily is going to enjoy, but this process has been a new process, and I do enjoy looking back over my videos and stuff. And I know that YouTube these days has been real daunting for a lot of new creators and stuff. So a lot of times people get like very fixated on views and subscribers and stuff like that. And I just want to have fun. I feel like sometimes you forget your original intentions when you start channels and not focus on too much of like you know, oh, how many people's gonna come to Japan? I just want to have fun. And in order for me to have fun, need to do things, and I need to do things in my own way, you know? So, um, be prepared for more videos, like unscripted, with just my, you know, you know, just more of a natural, yes, more of a natural presence. Eventually I will get better at this. Eventually get better at this, so I'm not stumbling over my words, and I can probably multitask and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about updates. I want to talk about, you know, and try to get this island finished. So yeah, we got a lot of things to do this month. So but yeah, I look forward to other videos with you all, and yeah, see you soon. Goodbye.